Hey yo, what's up guys, John Boogle here, and here it is, finally, Extreme TEQ Extreme SBR. One of the hardest stages. This stage is really a problem. And one of the big reasons that is because Extreme TEQ is just such a whack team. There is barely any out solid best unit in the game on Extreme TEQ. And the team we got here is super whack. We brought a Janemba friend, which is basically one of the reasons this is more doable now, because even though Janemba is kind of odd and built not too well, he does help a lot in the stage. And our leader, oh man, our leader, guess who our leader is? It is, of course, if you couldn't see before, we brought TEQ SSJ3 Broly. Yes, TEQ SSJ3 Broly. Yes. Just think about that for a second. TEQ SSJ3 Broly in Extreme Super Battle Road. It's frightening, isn't it? Even bringing TEQ LR Broly is pretty frightening because he doesn't do too well defensively here, even after super attack. Now let's do a quick rundown of the team. Of course, our leader is TEQ SSJ3 Broly. And our friend lead we got is TEQ Janemba. Then of course we got LR TEQ Broly right here. Then we have the tank Golden Frieza, the cornerstone of the team. Then of course we have the other cornerstone of the team, LR Demon King Piccolo, and here he is transforming as soon as he shows up. This is why he is so clutch. His transform state is amazing. Then of course we got one of the SBR gods, Raditz. He is very great here. Super clutch unit to have, especially in such a dangerous stage like this. Then of course, to fill in the last spot, we have the one and only Exchange Boo. And that is the team, the very whack team we are bringing for this stage. The main rotations I wanted to have set up was of course Raditz with LR TEQ Broly to just tear apart the enemies slowly and just try to brute force our way through the stage, because we're not going to survive defensively in this stage, especially with units like both of the Brolys and of course Exchange Boo. So we gotta be killing stuff quick, and having Broly on rotation is very nice for that. And SSJ3 Broly, while he is absolutely horrendous defensively, he does have enough firepower to maybe one-shot some of these SBR enemies, some of these extreme SBR enemies. Now of course that doesn't mean we're gonna keep him on rotation, because that would be too dangerous to keep someone like TEQ Broly, TEQ SSJ3 Broly on rotation. So we did have him floating around throughout this fight, and when he does come in that third slot and we have LR Broly in the second slot, we have that nice rotation to wipe out one or two enemies very quickly. Now, Exchange Boo, once he gets into Skinny Boo, he becomes way less of a risk because he has a dodge chance. He has that nice seal and stun. So Skinny Boo, or Evil Boo I should say, is actually not too bad for this stage. I mean, not like there's many other better options on Extreme TEQ. But yeah, the main rotations was have Golden Frieza with Demon King Piccolo on one rotation. That is our defensive rotation, our cornerstone rotation to beat this stage. And we have a full offensive rotation on the other one, with the help of Raditz, of course, in slot 1. Because if you put Broly in slot 1, you're gonna die. Now the reason why Raditz is so clutch as well is because he has that stun, and that stun is very crucial to the run, and it is the only way we could really win here. And if you couldn't tell the game plan already, the objective was to just survive. Yes, that's it. Survive until the 4th turn, and when we get that active skill and transformation with LR Broly, that's when it's GG. Now there's one scary part to this strategy, and that is of course you're gonna have to survive 4 turns, and the other scary part is after you do reach turn 4, most likely there's gonna be 1 or 2 enemies left, mostly 1. And that means Raditz passive. He's gonna gain that huge buff in stats, but the problem here is that damage reduction. He's gonna lose that damage reduction once there's only 1 enemy left on the field. And if they're attacking in the first slot, that becomes a very big problem, because of course you don't want to put Broly in first slot if there's an attack up there, and Raditz with his damage reduction gone is super risky. So yeah, as you can see, we got to turn 4 in the first fight and we survived. That was the objective, and we did beat that, and we did make it through, and look at that, we wiped out that first fight. And here we are on the second fight, which is a very annoying fight because you guys know how annoying duo fights are. They both have like a million kajillion health, and they both hit super hard. It is just difficult to handle two enemies of this power. Now, that's when the god of Extreme SBR, Extreme TEQ ESBR comes in, of course, Raditz. He has that stun, and taking out one enemy from the equation makes it super straightforward to just target one enemy and not worry about the other and getting super attacked by that enemy. So of course, that was the game plan, just target one enemy and wait until we get the Raditz rotation and stun the other and just try to burst down one of them as quick as possible. And it does go by pretty quickly with Broly's. Of course, Broly's damage is very high. Even in this whack setting, TEQ LR Broly does perform very well, offensively that is. Now this was a tough decision here. I could either stun Gotenks here and don't have to worry about Broly taking a hit there, or I could hope Broly somehow takes out Gotenks, but there's also an attack at the end there with Exchange Boo, and I could stun Piccolo and get rid of that problem, but of course, we're just gonna use an item because no way we're surviving this without one. So of course, we went for the stun on Piccolo so we can not worry about him and just focus down Gotenks as much as possible. Sadly, no 18 key super attack for Broly right there. That would have been extremely powerful and very helpful. But yeah, this sets us up for turn 4, of course, because the next rotation or next turn, we have our defensive rotation. And we should be able to survive that really well, and we just used an item as well, so next turn we're not worried at all about taking damage. But as soon as that turn is over, of course we're gonna come back with Broly, he's gonna transform, and we're gonna get that active skill. But there's a big problem, because in the next turn we have SSJ3 Broly on rotation. Even with the Whis active, he's still gonna get hit very hard, so I was worried. I was thinking about what the attacks are going to look like, and of course, majority of the attacks are in the last slot, of course. Now, there was also another problem because SSJ3 Broly can easily kill Gotenks right here, and we won't have to worry about that because Piccolo is stunned and we won't have to worry about his attacks. We just have to worry about Gotenks. But that also means when we get to turn 4, Raditz loses his damage reduction because there's only going to be one enemy left. So that's when we just gotta hope Piccolo doesn't attack first slot, otherwise we're in a risk of dying. So maybe the smart choice here would be to not kill Gotenks and just have a safer option for the next turn and have Raditz keep his damage reduction, and then we can have Broly in second slot just tear everything apart. But he got the crit, he got the additional, and I knew that it was a GG, and he got a triple additional right there. And here we are, we made it to the objective, survived to the 4th turn, and bam, Broly is here. And looking at the attacks, there we go. There's no attacks in the first slot, we lucked out, we're safe. So of course, pop Broly's active skill, give him that 24 key and that massive attack boost. Of course, he's gonna kill Piccolo, and if he doesn't kill Piccolo in one attack, he of course has that additional where he can just wipe out Piccolo as well. Raditz is also gonna be attacking, he's gonna have his second part of his passive or his first part of his passive active because there's only one enemy, and of course he gets that crit chance too, since of course we're fighting Piccolo. And yeah, 4.1 seems pretty high, right? But that's actually pretty normal for a Broly attack stat. But there's one thing here. He didn't get the additional super attack, so that means Piccolo survived, and boom, 100k normal attack right there. And good thing we got those rainbow orbs with Janemba, otherwise we would have been taking 70-80k per normal right there too. So in a whack turn of events, we went to turn 5, and wow, we took 100k extra damage, unneeded damage, and we're going to be moving into the next fight with that low half health. And of course, as you can probably tell, I'm trying to desperately build up that Dokkan meter, so in the third fight, we can just get the Dokkan attack and not worry about our health too much. But yeah, there's DKP for the finish on Piccolo. Pretty funny, I guess, moving into the third fight. And guess what? It's another annoying ass duo fight. And what's even worse, we're heading into it with half health. So one super attack, we're dead. And what's even worse, we have both Broly's on rotation. So immediately, I'm gonna spam items here. Now, I didn't realize how close I was to the Dokkan attack until I reached this point right here, and I was contemplating whether to reset and give Broly the Dokkan attack, but I was like, I'm not keeping SSJ3 Broly on rotation. So yeah, I was going back and forth there thinking about, should I reset, use a Ghost Usher, and let SSJ3 Broly get the Dokkan attack? While it may seem like a good thing, having SSJ3 Broly just on rotation is just way too risky. Way too risky, so I just said screw it, we'll just use the Dokkan attack with Raditz. Miss out on a lot of damage, potential damage we could have done, but at least we're gonna be safer for the future. Because the objective here is, of course, to survive. Survive until turn 4. And another mistake happened here, I forgot to target Vegeta. Good thing Vegeta attacked Raditz right here with a super attack, because I was intending to stun Vegeta, but I forgot to target him. If Vegeta would have super attacked any of the Brolys, we would have been dead. Easy. Even with Android 8, we would have taken like 400k on a super attack. Like Raditz with, what, 50% damage reduction, and Android 8 live took 100k on a super attack. Broly's would have taken 400k plus easy. And I was hoping for an additional there from SSJ3 Broly to potentially finish off Trunks, but of course we did not get it. But here we are in the second turn. And this is our defensive turn. But I'm thinking here, I'm like, are we above 50%? So I was counting the health bars. And I was like, okay, we are still above 50% here. So we can put Golden Frieza slot 1 and not worry too much. And of course, we're going to get those 5 orbs for DKP. So his damage reduction is going to be active. After super attacking, he also raises his defense. So he should be fine there too. And Janemba is going to get 2 rainbow orbs as well. So we should be fine there as well. Once again, this is the cornerstone of the team. Without this rotation, we do not win. Now, if we don't kill Trunks here, turn 3 is gonna be a bit scary because we're gonna have Exchange Boo on rotation. Luckily, Vegeta decided to super attack Golden Frieza here instead of Janemba at the end, because that would have been a disaster. Now, we still have a lot of items left, so the victory isn't too far-fetched from this point on. It was looking like a winning run. And we did kill Trunks there, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we did. Now, once again, the problem with killing Trunks right there is Raditz's damage reduction. He's gonna lose it right here. But thankfully, we're gonna have Evil Boo on rotation, so if there is an attack in the first slot, we can put him in the first slot and potentially get a dodge. And we got lucky right there, there's no attack right away, so we're just gonna keep Raditz first slot. Now, the ideal thing to happen here was Raditz to get his stun. And I was contemplating, should we risk it and not use an item and try to get a stun? Should we get the seal with Exchange Boo and just call it a deal? And that is what we did. But then I realized, if we kill Vegeta right here, we're gonna move into the last fight and Broly is not gonna be on rotation. That means no active skill turn 4, and that is gonna be very dangerous. So this is when I realized, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna reset. We have lots of items left. I was looking, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna reset, use a Princess Snake, and we'll play it out that way. So bam, we reset the app, we're back in, and this time we're just gonna use a Princess Snake in the beginning and just keep Broly on rotation because I forgot the objective. It was to survive until turn 4 and get the active skill and transformation. Without Broly on rotation, it becomes a lot risky not killing the enemies quick enough. Now, I could have taken a bigger risk here and not used an item at all and just hope for Raditz to get that stun. He has a 50% chance to stun on his super attack, and I did give him full additionals in the hidden potential system. So I could rely on that, and I should have probably relied on that. But the thing is, I was not going to take any risk for this run because, first of all, Finding a friendless leader is terrible for Extreme TEQ. It took days just finding a good lead, and the one we found wasn't even good. And with how RNG reliant this run is, I'm not gonna risk even more and try to waste an opportunity of winning we have right here. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna use the default SSJ3 Broly as a friend lead. Hell no, get that clown out of here. Anyways, Exchange Boo here came in clutch with the additional, and we're moving into the final fight of this bitch stage and the final fight of this video. And we're going into it with max health, which is always a good thing. And of course, we're going to start off with our Cornerstone Rotation with DKP transforming the Defensive God Rotation. And you're going to see here, we're going to get very lucky and there's going to be no attacks in the third slot. So SSJ3 Broly is completely free of taking attacks, and that is exactly what we want. And if we're super lucky here, Broly can get an additional and then we can possibly wipe out Goten right here. Now for some reason I was thinking about using an item, but then I realized we have Golden Frieza in slot 1 and DKP transformed in slot 2. So we should be perfectly fine. Could have gone for that beautiful 18 key super attack by DKP, but of course we need to give those orbs to SSJ3 Broly to potentially kill Goten right here. And Frieza is still taking a lot of damage even with that damage reduction. Goes to show how difficult these Extreme SBR stages are. And DKP, he's gonna raise his defense here, and he has that damage reduction with the 5 orbs or something like that. But still, taking 20k is still a lot. Broly right here, hoping he does kill Goten, and I'm pretty sure he does. And we'll find out. Yes, he gets the additional, and Goten is dead. And that's perfect because there's only 2 enemies. And for Raditz, that means we can tank perfectly fine. We can stun one of the enemies and not worry about them at all, and just let Broly go to work on the rest. Now those were a lot of attacks in the last slot there, and we only had half health, so if you took 2 super attacks or 1 super attack even, we would have taken a lot of damage. So I did just double item here and we have no worries at all now. Like I mentioned previously, we're not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it on this stage, because this is such an annoying stage. Thankfully I did use both of those items because we weren't even able to get 2 rainbow orbs with Janemba, and that is crucial for that damage reduction. Also a very big frightening thing was Broly was getting attacked by both of the enemies, so even if we stunned one of them, Broly was still gonna get hit by the other, and if that was a super attack, we could potentially die. Like, he's gonna take like 100k on normal attacks without items active, so easy death if he does get super attacked. Now another clutch thing about having 2 enemies here is, of course, Broly's gonna get that guaranteed additional, and that is very helpful. Still took 18k on a normal attack right there with double items live. Now Janemba, he should be fine with double items live, I would think. Yeah, with guard active, double digits, easy, even without his damage reduction. Here we are, almost at the objective of turn 4, and we're gonna be killing Gohan right here in this turn most likely. We still have both items active, and this is our defensive rotation, so there's really no worry here at all. Even with Exchange Boo at the end there facing many attacks, I'm not really worried. He does have that dodge chance as well, so yeah, should be not too detrimental. Now if we survive this turn, next turn it's a wrap, because turn 4, Broly's gonna transform, we're gonna get that active skill, and we're just gonna tear apart everything. And he's gonna be linking with SSJ3 Broly, so he's gonna do even more damage. And this is not a duo enemy fight, so that means the health pool of the enemies is spread out, so they're a lot weaker in health, so he can definitely wipe out all of the enemies. But Exchange Boo will go off to finish Gohan here anyways, so we're pretty much guaranteed to win at this point. We still have an item left, I'm pretty sure. And there's Exchange Boo taking double digits with double items live, and here we are at the finish line. Got that objective, survive till the 4th turn. Here is the transformation. SSJ3 Broly is here on rotation. And of course, the bastard is attacking in first slot. So of course, we're not going to take any risks. we're just gonna use an item and just wipe out Goku right here and finish it once and for all. And this is our final item here, using a Ghost Usher. We had 2 actually left, so it was a pretty successful run, and that should do it. Broly, or Goku, is not surviving Broly's attack at all right here. And here we go, let's see the attack stat. It was pretty low, yeah, casual 4.3 mil. That is actually pretty low for Broly linked up with another Broly. So he wasn't able to finish it off. Surprisingly, yes, he even got the additional. But of course, the man to finish it off is gonna be SSJ3 Broly, the meme. And what a way to end off the stage. Extreme TEQ Extreme Super Battle Road completed and uploaded. Don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but it is gonna come. But yeah, that is complete. SSJ3 Broly, the MVP, of course, of the run. Got a new record right there as well. And yeah, that was it. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, want more Dokkan content. Subscribe if you're new. Join the hashtag Boogle gang. And yeah, it's been John Boogle, and see ya.